pickleball coaches, I just got a text from one of my clients who told me she filled out a 70-person event and she has only been going for 5 months. Come over to my computer and I want to show you step by step over those 5 months what happened. And if you're a pickleball coach, this is going to blow your mind, and it can be you too. So this is the text message that I got from my client, and she made $3,500 in one day from a pickleball tournament. And bear in mind, she started as a new coach 5 months prior, and you're going to learn step by step those 5 months so that it gives you clarity and you can get out of the position that you're in and get into that place of freedom. My name's Simon Lovell. I'm the founder of Picklepreneurs. I came into pickleball September last year after not being able to walk. It completely changed my life. But I bring fitness industry experience, having coached and mentored and consulted personal trainers to go from certified to opening their own locations. I've been featured in USA Pickleball with my recovery story, and I run these Picklepreneurs networking events. Niching is very important. I'll talk to you about that later on. But I run Picklepreneurs networking events, which entrepreneurs love. But let's dive into my client's journey. So she started February 2024, okay, so this year. She started with fears and uncertainty, not knowing about pricing, positioning, a desire to quit her job, not knowing how to price herself, should I do this, should I do that, not understanding how to position herself, really unsure of how to get clients, and maybe thinking internally, am I ready yet? But also wanted a scalable business model. So now let's start on month one of what I did with her to help give you clarity about your next steps. So what do we do in month one? Well, first of all, because of me understanding her mindset, and by the way, all entrepreneurs have this, right? What we have to do is start to adopt a super high performance mindset. Now, what does that mean? It means that we are self-aware and that we don't let our fears stop us, because now we're emotionally intelligent, and now we're taking more action. So if we're in fear, we procrastinate, we don't take action, we hesitate, and that can keep us stuck for a long period of time. So I actually took her through a meditation process every single day, rewiring her brain. And so really what I'm saying here is understand and be honest with yourself around the fact that, okay, do I just need information and structure of what to do, or do I need to work on my confidence? Do I need to work on myself? And that is a process in itself. So identifying that, we first moved into a performance mindset sequence that helped to build her confidence. Because if I elevate confidence and then I give information, action happens really quickly, which is why she's been able to do this in 5 months. Then what we did was we went into expert niche positioning, okay? So in this instance, her audience is beginners, and that's a really good demographic and a really good niche in pickleball. Then, once we've dialed in the mindset, once we've looked at positioning and started to make some changes, particularly to her socials, to start with, and starting putting content out, now that she's feeling confident, that really gives her that footing, because you also have to see your socials as a place, it's essentially a web page in a way. People are seeing it, and what they see indicates whether they're going to take an action with you or not. Then we went into her pricing and packages. Now, I'll just give you a quick tip. A lot of people in the pickleball space, one thing that they do is they say, okay, if there's more people, then let's split it. And that's not something to do when you're positioning yourself and you're pricing yourself. And so I came up with and started to develop her packages and her pricing so that she felt confident to get that initial client. Okay, so that's what we did in month one. Now, bear in mind, this is without a website. And yes, I feel that people do need a website and a brand further down the line, but that stops a lot of people from moving forward when actually you can make your first sales and get your first clients without having a website. So I also show you that progression within these slides too. So month two, now that she's got that confidence, now that we've put those pricing models in place, now she started to do her group coaching, which started off at 8 people within her local area. Now she is renting courts from a local, I wouldn't say business, but it's what do you call it? the town, the city, these different locations. Then we introduced her ascension model. This is absolutely key because a lot of coaches, what they do, especially in the pickleball space, I've experienced this myself, going to coaches, which is you go for a lesson and then see you next time. Message me if you want another session. And so what you need as a pickleball coach or instructor is this ascension model that people move through step by step, okay? Starting off with one thing and then moving as people progress. And this is actually really good for your clients because they want that. They actually want to invest. They want to spend that money. But if you just do a one-off and don't allow them to progress, you're missing out. And actually they're missing out on the impact that you could have with them in their pickleball journey. Then we also introduced a CRM system, content management so that she could email. And this was a big change for her and a massive amount of growth because now instead of writing down these email addresses, she put together a form. She now imported those and she starts to build her database. All right. Now, by this time, I think we were just under around 200 in her community and she made her first $1,500 in revenue. Okay, month 3, she started to bring in an assistant coach who happens to be her boyfriend, and then she starts doing more email marketing, also doing a bit more on socials, and she started to bring in a high-ticket program. Okay, this is still without a website. Okay, so you can see the steps here, right? We sort out the mindset first, then we position her. Then we look at the prices and what she's selling. Then she starts to sell those initial things, which she actually did on Facebook. I think that people should pick one platform, but she did that within a Facebook group that she was already part of. And then going from, people sending her emails and stuff to putting that within a system. So now you build that and build that and build that and build that. Okay. And now she's built to 100 members. This was a big turning point for her. Then, after building up to a couple hundred members, people started to come back. She introduced beginner tournaments, and this sold out with, I think it was 28 people at $50 per person. So now she introduced another larger group size, now moving from 8, up to 12, 16 people. And it's at this point that she makes a big decision and says, I'm going to go all in. And so she reinvests in developing a brand, not just a website, a brand, okay? This is also an important thing for you to distinguish in your mind between a website and something which is, how people feel about your overall offerings by what they see, how they feel about you. Anybody can put together a website. It has to convert, it has to do its job, but now we're looking to really elevate the positioning so that she is the go-to person in her area. Now, bear in mind, she started off as a new pickleball coach, and within 4 months, she is now the go-to person with the most amount of clients in her area. And this is all about status. This is all about elevating positioning. And once you understand marketing, once you understand the systems, it all starts to click together. So now the personal brand is in production. Now, if I just move this, now in month 5, she's made her first $15,000 total in revenue. She introduced a $500 group program. Okay, she sells out a 70-person tournament, $50 per person, 3 brackets in one day. Yes, a lot of work, but it's a lot of revenue and also a lot of people coming and they loved it. And she reaches that milestone. So I'm sharing this to let you know that while you may not do that in that period of time, it's possible if you've got the drive, if you're entrepreneurial, and if you can take direction and you can take action and you're just coachable. All right. And I just want to go on to that too. Like, let's be honest about what that actually takes to, make those changes and actually for this to start to manifest and actually come into your life. Coachable. What does that mean? I follow instructions, I listen, and I take action. Does the work. Also does other things behind the scenes to keep things moving forward, right? Always on point, really. And that comes from actually caring. She's also working on herself constantly. Yes, I've helped her with the mindset. Yes, I'm in conversations with her about her fears and different situations on things that are happening with clients, and we're going back and forth and all that. But behind the scenes, she's also reading. She's also working on herself. She's understanding, okay, this is where my mind's going. This is where it shouldn't be. This is where I need to keep my focus. She also loves pickleball. And I think that there's loving pickleball and there's really loving pickleball and loving her community. She loves pickleball, but she loves working with beginners, right? They feel that from her. They feel that passion. Therefore, they want to not just work with her, they want to carry on working with her over time. And she loves her community and she's bringing people together. She's helping people to develop friendships. She's doing more than just coaching somebody on the pickleball court. There's lots also that happens behind the scenes. And so if you're somebody that feels that you're like this, right, and you've got this type of mentality, then feel free to send me a message on Instagram or wherever you're seeing this video, and we'll jump onto a strategy session where I'll give you clarity into your next steps, give you a clear path based on where you're at, because maybe you're watching this and you've already been in pickleball for 5 years. Maybe you're brand new and you're like, Simon, I'm ready to go. So it does depend on where you're at to what we start with. And then you can learn your super plan. You can learn your next steps. And then you can go into changing more lives in this space, which I know that you can do, especially if you're feeling undervalued, if you're especially feeling like you're ready to actually start taking it to the next level. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure you comment below if you've got any questions, and I will see you very soon for another video from Picklepreneurs. Take care.